Hey everybody, Tanya from Shooting Star SVG back, and today I want to talk to you guys about how to start a digital Etsy shop. So if this is your first time here, go ahead and click on the like and subscribe below, as that does keep me motivated to continue making these videos so that way you can grow your business and change your life. And if you haven't already, go on over to the Facebook group where we are creating a community of like-minded individuals looking to grow their semi-passive income with digital downloads. I want to talk to you guys today about how to start a digital Etsy shop, because I've been seeing a lot of videos out there on YouTube that have been getting a buttload of traction that are giving a bunch of BS information. And I don't want you guys to start off on the wrong foot, right? A lot of people think that it's really simple to just go out there, copy a bunch of stuff off Google and the internet and sell this stuff, and then they get in a buttload of trouble, or they get their shop shut down and they're wondering why. And it's because they just did not start off on the right foot, okay? So there are some really important things that you need to understand before you get started when you are going to start a digital Etsy shop. And so one of the first things that I want to go over before I get into anything, and I'm going to reiterate this in the rest of the video, is it is not okay to sell anything that is copyright or trademark infringement items, okay? So you cannot go take a bunch of Disney or Marvel or DC or any type of TV show, Friends, movies, song lyrics, anything like that, and sell it on Etsy or anywhere for that matter. That is breaking the dang law. You also cannot take other people's digital files and resell those as your own. That is a big no-no, and it is becoming a rash issue out there on Etsy. Etsy's really starting to crack down more than I've ever seen them do before. And the community is feeling more and more empowered to just shut these shops down. Shut these Facebook groups down that are just dumping people's work that we pour so much time into. I mean, how would you feel if you worked so hard on some things and somebody just stole your stuff, started sharing it everywhere, copied it, resold it digitally? It would really feel horrible. Not only that, a lot of people are doing this as their full-time income, and so you're taking away from their families and them to pay their bills and things of that nature. So just don't do it. It's so unethical and trashy. And we're not trashy people, we're great people. So I've been seeing these videos out there about how to start a digital Etsy shop, and they're just giving all of this bullshit information out, excuse my language, but that's just the nitty gritty. I do have a course out there, and this is not for me to promote my course, but the course is how to launch your Etsy shop. You guys can check it out. I'll post the link up above, and it takes you how to get your Etsy shop from beginning until end, and you'll have continual building blocks on that course website to teach you how to create SVGs the right way in Inkscape, which is also a great program. It's free to use, and you can learn how to create these things on your own without knowing how to draw. I am not an artist. I cannot draw worth a flip, but I am able to take images and create different things, okay? Public domain images is a whole other ballgame, but I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about how to start a digital Etsy shop, okay? So, number one, the first thing that you want to do before you even start is figure out what you want to sell. This can be anything digitally that somebody can download instantly, okay? It could be invitations. It could be wedding related. It could be social media branding kits. It could be anything, okay? SVGs, sublimation files, cross-stitch patterns. It could be crochet patterns. It could be anything that you can create digitally that somebody can download and then make something with or utilize in some way, shape, or form. That will work. Business cards, resume templates. I mean, the list goes on and on. So I do have a video up, and I'll post it up above for you guys. And it is 99 Etsy passive income ideas. It is a 3-minute long video, and it will go through 99 different ideas with examples that you guys can see where you can help figure out and nail down your niche, okay? So it's very, very important. Once you determine what you want to sell, you want to move into the branding aspect of things, okay? And this is before you even start creating, y'all. I know it's crazy, okay? You want to run into the branding. And I'm going to show you some shops that I really respect. And I don't know, maybe you girls will see this out there, but I really respect these shops. They have a lot of sales. They have great followings. They have beautiful branding. They've really built a reputable name for themselves, and I just have a very high level of respect for them. They're very involved in a lot of the designer communities, and they're just all around really great people, okay? So one of them is On the Beach Boutique, and this is, SVGs and pings and graphics for any sublimation. And you can see scrolling through the branding. You see anything that you notice about this branding? It is all on point, okay? All of the branding is the same, and you can see that a lot of these designs have a similar style. People know when they come to this shop that they're going to expect sublimation files, and they know the different types of styles that are going to be involved here with Kay's shop, okay? And you're going to see the same thing here with Melissa's shop on Pixel Llama, okay? Melissa, you can see her branding here is very consistent throughout. She sells a lot of SVGs and sublimation files, but again, you can see that these branding images are all of very similar in nature, and you know what to expect. She has a lot of different SVG files out here that are very bright, very bold, and really awesome, okay? So she does a really good job, okay? And then, of course, there's Danica, and she is Glitter Moonshine, and she was one of the first that I started following when I started getting into design, and I mean, her stuff is just gorgeous, and all of her branding is on point. She has a lot of bundles. I mean, when you come here, you know that you're going to get nice, bold, clean-cut designs for your SVGs and just beautiful sublimation, okay? So she does a really kick-ass job, and you can see that is very apparent when you go up to her sales, and she is just totally kicking ass and taking names, and it's great. I love it. And then Sissy is another one that and she sells a lot of different types of stuff. But again, when you look at all of her branding, it is just completely on point. All of her branding is great. Her logo is fantastic. It's bold. It's very easy to read, okay? So it's just a really nice thing to see. And then finally, I'll give myself my own little toot here. You can see on mine as well, I do have the same branding throughout. And you know, coming to my shop, you're going to find all these different bright, bold SVG files that are very easy to cut. And very simple for people to use. Okay, so the branding is ridiculously important when you decide what you want to do and what you want to sell. You want to have a good logo, you want to have a good color scheme, and you want to make sure those images really pop, because that's what's going to set you apart from the sea of sellers that are out there as you're scrolling through. Okay, it also shows that you're very professionally, you have a professional mindset, and that you're going to be providing quality content. If your stuff's all over the place, it's just going to look really sloppy. And psychologically, people will attribute that to poor quality in the long run, okay? That is going to tie into the consistency of things with what you're selling, okay? And you also want to keep in mind the pricing as well. So the pricing, I keep consistent throughout everything. All of my stuff is $3.50 unless it is a bundle, okay? And then you're going to see a little bit higher, and this is an $8 bundle here. And you can see up here I have another $6 bundle. But for the most part, everything is all priced the same, okay? And you have this one that's $12, but that's just because there's a lot of different files in here. You want to keep that consistency there. You do not want to price your items too low, because if you price your items too low, people are going to think, one, it is poor quality, or two, you're just not getting enough bang for your buck. Etsy takes out their fees, and if they take their fees out, you're only seeing, pennies, and it's just not worth it. Do not be afraid to raise your prices or have a higher price point when you're selling. If people want your stuff, they're going to buy it. They're not going to look at the price, okay? So when somebody tells you to lower your prices, don't freaking listen to them unless you're selling one single SVG file for $100, okay? The next thing that I want to talk about when you start your shop is you want to understand the Etsy algorithm and SEO. If you do not, you're going to be lost in a sea of people, and you will never be found in search results, okay? I'm currently working on an SEO course that I'll be adding to my course website, and you can just go on and join the Facebook group. I usually drop some really deep discounts on that, and you can check that out. And that's going to cover Etsy SEO as well as Google and some other platforms as well, to really help you understand how the search engine optimization works, not only on Etsy, but outside of Etsy as well. So you want to make sure that you understand Etsy, that you're putting in good titles, you're putting in good keywords, the titles and tags make sense, okay? And that they're good to go, okay? With that, you also want to make sure that you're doing appropriate social media promotion. So not everybody likes social media. I don't pretend to do any social media, which is why I don't have as many sales as I possibly could. But if I could choose any social media platform to promote, it would be Pinterest, and that is it. I do not utilize Tailwind anymore. I used to, but now I just pin fresh pins whenever I have an opportunity to do so. And then I will go through and just pin some of my friends' stuff through Tailwind, and that's really about it. Pinterest is the only thing that I recommend. Why? Because Pinterest pins never die. Facebook posts do. So do Instagram posts. So do Twitter tweets or whatever the heck else. And I haven't really dabbled too much with TikTok with digital, but that's definitely something I'm going to be looking into in 2022 to see if there's anything that I can tweak around with to try to get some better traction on some of the things that I'm doing. Okay. And then the last thing outside of promotion is just really good customer service. You want to make sure that you have really great products, but you also want to make sure you're helping out people, because a lot of times people will buy files. They don't understand how to use their machines. So we're here to help. It's unfortunate that we have to help some people and they don't understand, but it's just part of the game. Be there to provide customer service. That's really going to help you in the long run. Okay. So starting an Etsy shop might seem a little bit intimidating, but it's really, really not that bad. Okay. Again, you want to come up with an idea of what you want to sell, create your brand around that, including your shop name, logo, and your color scheme. Keep your consistency there with your promotional images, as well as your pricing, as well as what you sell. Okay, stick to a common theme. Make sure you understand SEO and the algorithm. That's really going to help you move forward in the Etsy search results and have you get found in that sea of listings. You want to be able to promote your content when you have the capability to do so, whether it is on Facebook or Pinterest or another social media avenue, okay? And then you just want to make sure you're providing the best customer service. Look for some videos in the future of me doing some Inkscape SVG tutorials. You'll also see some Affinity Designer, some Silhouette Studio, things like that. And if there's anything specific that you want to see, let me know. You don't have to just sell SVGs. You know, you can utilize Canva to create wall art. You can utilize Inkscape to create wall art. You can utilize really any program to do wall art, printables, invitations, resume templates. You can use word processors, things like that. There are so many different things at different price points that you can utilize to just get going. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to drop a comment in the comments box below, or you can head on over to the Facebook group, where we are creating a community of like-minded individuals looking to grow their semi-passive income with digital downloads. We can talk about it there. And if you got something out of this video, please go ahead and click on like and subscribe below, as that does keep me motivated to continue making these videos, so that way you guys can grow your business and change your life. Hopefully you got some good tips and tricks out of this. Again, I elaborate on all these things in the Etsy Open Your Etsy Shop course, so go ahead and check that out. And if y'all need anything at all, don't hesitate to reach out. I'm so happy to help. That is what I'm here to do. It is really my passion and love to help people and see them be successful on the Etsy platform and more with the digital download. So I will catch you guys on the next video. Have a great one.